Welcome to Pink Cake Princess. I'm Andrea and today I'm going to show you how to make a Frankenstein doll cake. You've seen me create Draculaura, now check out how I create Frankie. You can also check out more doll cake tutorials at the end of this video with the links. You can watch how I make my Barbie doll cake to see how I stack 3 cakes, fill it and then shape it into the doll's skirt. Otherwise you can use a round tin and a Dolly Varden tin to bake your cakes. And then cut circles out of the 2 topper layers and then fill and crumb coat before you do a final coat of buttercream. I use Swiss Marine buttercream before I decorate. My cake is on a cake board and now I'm placing it onto my cake stand. Now I'm rolling out some black fondant icing. And I'm going to use my 10cm circle cutter to cut out a circle of fondant. Now using my 4cm circle cutter to cut out the middle and using my knife just to cut a cut from the middle to the outside. Now dusting my surfaces with some corn flour and using a wooden skewer just to frill my fondant on my petal pad. You can check out my Draculaura cake to see how I do this without the petal pad. Just slowly turning the wooden skewer as I'm rolling it with my fingers. Now just attaching it onto the bottom of my cake. And I'm just going to go around the bottom of the cake. And I'm going to do 2 layers at the bottom. Cutting off the excess with my knife and folding it over. Now I'm just going to frill the front portion of the cake. Now onto my Frankie doll. I've removed her clothes and now I'm just wrapping her up into some cling wrap so that her legs don't get messy. I will be using this placemat which has a lattice print on it to help me texture my fondant. I'm rolling out some blue coloured fondant and I'm covering it with some cling wrap and then placing my placemat on top. Pressing down and then using my knife to cut out a rough rectangle. Cutting a little V from the top and now attaching it onto the doll with a little bit of water. Careful not to press too hard because you want the pattern to stay on the fondant. Sticking a little bit of fondant at the back where it's exposed and then putting her aside. Now to create the sleeves I'm using a circle cutter to cut out a circle and now I'm just going to glue it over her arms to create a petal sleeve. Just rolling out some white fondant and using my brush and a little water just to glue it onto the top of her dress just to give her a little more detail. onto my blue fondant. Again, I'm texturing the fondant when using my placemat. Now I'm using a 10-inch cake board just to help me cut out a circle. And using my small circle cutter to cut out the middle. Cutting from the center to the outside, and then using my circle cutter to trim the edges off on either side. Gently lifting up my fondant and now placing it onto the cake. Just shaping the skirt around the back. And I've textured and cut out another circle, but this time I'm cutting it in half. And I'm just going to pleat it up. Now placing it on top of the cake. And placing the other side on. Pressing down at the top. And now placing my Frankie doll into the cake, lifting up her arms, cutting off the excess at the bottom, and then slowly pushing her in. And just to finish the seal, I've rolled out a strip of blue fondant and I'm placing it around her hips and gently pressing down to hide the join. Okay, now rolling out some white fondant. A herb cutter to cut out some stripes. And I'm going to stick some around the dress. Off the excess at the back, and now sticking some on the side of her dress so that it looks like ribbon flowing down. If you are liking this tutorial, don't forget to click the like button below and click add to favourites if you want to save it as well. Repeating on the other side. Okay, now I've created some black fondant ribbon roses. All I do to create them is roll out a sausage shape and then flatten it, using my fingers to stretch out some petals, and then rolling it up to form my little roses. You can find more detailed tutorials on ribbon roses on my channel. I've created 6 in total, and I'm sticking 3 to either side. And that's it, that's Frankie's scene completed. What do you love about Monster High? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to see more doll cakes, you can check out the links here or in the video description below. And don't forget to click subscribe at the bottom right there for more free tutorials. Thanks again for watching, guys. You guys have a fantastic day.